I never thought I would ever stay in a haunted hotel.
Thing.
I still feel scared. My soul is friends with these spirit things, I guess.
Your soul is friends with the spirits?
You asked me about my experience.
Okay, I'm sorry.
All
You're
right.
right.
I feel like a piece of me now can like see and experience spirits.
What has happened since that you come to this conclusion?
Talking to nothing.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Unapologetically Stupid, presented by Squarely TV. I am your hostess with the mostest, the best of Midwest, Jeff Rhodes. And not with me today is my co-host, Nick Shin. He had a sudden last-minute holiday travel plan, so to fill in the shoes that cannot be filled, but we're going to try today, I have the channel manager of Squarely TV and my fiance, Payge Gillig.
What's up, everybody?
So she's my fill-in co-host for today. So this will be interesting.
I don't know if I can think as fast on my feet like Nick can.
I mean, that's
maybe I should just throw a
few.
few dirty jokes in there and I'll fit right in, right?
I mean, don't force it. You don't have to. But before we get started, make sure to go to all of our social medias, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok now, and Instagram, and just follow us at Squirrely TV, and make sure to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. All right, now let's get into it. How was your weekend?
Well, my weekend was filled with holiday spirit. I mean, just the different lights and Christmas celebrations that we had, I think it went really well. I don't know why, but I always get super nervous. But as it's happening or during the weekend itself, I have a really good time.
Yeah, it's kind of a moot question because I don't even need to ask you how your weekend, because I was there. I was there for your weekend.
Well, sometimes I would like to say that I can hide my emotions really well and be like, oh, I had an anxiety attack or whatever.
Had an anxiety attack over Christmas?
No, but
that's what I thought. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, whatever. There's a few times I feel like I can get away with it, but I now just like run to you and tell you everything.
Yeah, perks of being together for 6 years. Or 5 going on 6 in
I think
January.
it's like a myth that I told myself, though. Jeff cares about what I think.
What? What the hell? That came out like, what? It's like, a myth that I care what you think?
It's like something that I've gotten into my head that you need to know everything that I am thinking.
I mean, I try to know everything you're thinking, but your brain is...
Well, I want you to read my mind, but I just tell you everything anyway.
Yeah, but so then tell the people what you got for Christmas.
If I can remember, but the one thing I can always remember is my necklace that you got me, because I'm wearing it constantly.
You're currently wearing the necklace.
Yeah, it helps if you're actually wearing your new things, I guess. Or
yeah, that's what I do. The next day I usually wear.
Yeah, where's your watch? I'm just kidding.
I was wearing it for the last 2 days. Yeah, so it was for the people who listen to this podcast. We have spent it. Christmas Eve with my family, and then Christmas in the morning, and then Christmas night with Paige's family. And my mom this year, she usually goes out and we give her our list, and she goes above and beyond for Christmas because that's like one of her favorite holidays.
I still think she did.
I mean, in hindsight, yes, she still did, but not to the extent of years past of getting us actual presents. So what I'm trying to say is, my mom was just like, hey, I want you guys to know that you're all going to get cash this year for Christmas, and that's it. I don't want to do any thinking. I don't want to do anything. And so when we were opening, we still got presents. So we were like,
I was so surprised.
Yeah, so I was too. I was just like, what? She told us she was giving us cash. Why is this? I knew we get pajamas every year, but that's about it. And then
and barely know which one is pajamas.
Yeah, and then apparently she called it a practical Christmas. She kept
I love
saying
it.
that
I'm a practical person.
So for Christmas we got. Of course, we got the money that she told us we were going to get.
Cash,
she kind of spread it around each gift. And we got laundry detergent, soap. I got wipes, tissue wipes and hemorrhoid wipes. And
practical.
Toothpaste and
batteries.
Deodorant. And
Love it.
Batteries. I was like, I mean, I kind of low-key loved it.
I always did that with my family. Our stocking was the practical stuff.
Yeah, you told me that. And I was like, that's
I love
okay.
it. I get my soap. I get my deodorant.
But for a whole The thing is, I thought I would hate it. I actually low key loved it.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, this
That's
is when
what
you
I
know
thought.
that life has beaten you down to a pulp when you're excited to get laundry detergent.
Or you just became an adult. Congratulations.
That's the definition of being an adult, when
Yep.
life beats you down to a pulp.
Oh. Well, now I know what it's like to be an adult, everyone.
Children, stay young forever. Honestly, stay young. It sucks getting old.
I
Bones
think it
hurt.
started at 10.
Started at 10. Jesus Christ.
For me.
You're like a Benjamin Button baby.
Yeah.
You're one of those 10-year-olds just walking around with a cane.
I did. I used my baseball bat as my cane.
Goodness gracious. But yeah, that was kind of our Christmas celebration. It was nothing too out of the ordinary. You know, we made cinnamon rolls like we used to.
Now I learned the full recipe. So for everyone...
We're not going to talk about it. We're not going to talk about. If you want to see the recipe from my family's cinnamon rolls, we have a video on the channel.
All I gotta say is you still missed the secret ingredients.
Shut the
I'm just saying, like...
We're not going to talk about it. Jesus Christ. So today on this episode, it's going to be a nice short one. It's the end of the year. You know, we're wrapping things up here on the channel and in our personal lives as well. So usually what me and Nick do is we just sit down. We usually have like a bottle of champagne. But this year...
You guys did that last time though, right?
Yeah, we did it last time and the year before that too. So, but this year we're just going to keep it low key and we're just going to talk about our favorite moments and favorite things from the past year. And, you know, what we're looking forward to in the new year. That's what we usually do.
Mm-hmm.
So I usually, you know, send it off to you first.
Oh, okay.
So, like, what's like, name some stuff that happened this year that you just, like, it was a fun time, like, good memories of this year.
I think, like, the best memories are the, like, my friends or, like, hanging out with family. This past year, I've been fortunate enough to be able to hang out a lot with my brother that goes to Anderson University, and then my sister, since she's like at Marion, and we're super close, so we've got to hang out a lot this past year, I feel like. And then friends wise, like, you know, Wendy moved and Sarah's actually graduating this coming May, so like
Congrats.
just a lot of things I think that were like really positive.
Yeah, but like what's like a specific like story? What's like a moment that happened that you can recall that you were like, this was awesome?
Okay, so this makes me seem really lame, but when I dropped you off for the race, what do they call it?
Oh, the Indy 500?
Yeah, what do they call it?
Oh my God, was that this year?
I live in Indiana. I don't know the Indy.
Is that this year?
Yeah. So that
Holy
was...
crap.
I know. It was in May. It's hard to remember.
Yeah,
these
but
things.
because I remember I was going to make a vlog about it and I never put it out because
this is a plug. You can put it out next year.
This is gonna be outdated.
It's fine. It's fine.
I'll just have
Honestly,
to go again.
any experience that you have is hilarious,
So
and I'm never picking
you
up again.
dropping me. Yeah, I would say that. I thought that'd be one of the worst memories because I remember talking on the phone with you.
But me dropping you off, and then I got to come back, and I hiked around Eagle Creek that morning.
Oh.
I was alone, and I just felt so accomplished. I was slightly lost for most of the trail. I don't really understand the trail markings. I don't know how I get lost. There's a map and everything.
Yeah.
But I just had so much fun, just like, and you know, it's like, because I got up early for that, so it was like 6 a.m. and you're out there in the wilderness while the sun's coming up. I mean, that's probably one of my favorite memories. But it's odd that you said, think of your favorite memories, because then I would also say the one with Nick when we were going on the hayride, and that's also at Eagle Creek. So I'm like, wait.
And we're trying to move away from Eagle Creek.
I kind of love it though.
Yeah, no. Well, there's two things I wanted to mention out of what you just said. But first I'm going to mention that the whole Indy 500 thing, because we never talked about that. I don't think we did on the podcast, but if we did, I'm just going to recap it again because that was the worst moment of the year.
Really?
No, the Indy 500 itself was an awesome experience. It was my first time going, and I was vlogging it, but then like I kind of lost myself in like just being in there for the first time. I wasn't really doing a lot of recording. I'm not the best vlogger yet. I have to get used to it still. You know, we just started really doing the channel, like, you know, in November.
That is one thing
I was
love
filming
about
stuff
you.
in all year. I just didn't feel confident enough to put it out until November. But no, leaving the Indy 500 was a shit show.
Well, they blocked off all the roads.
Yeah, we
so
didn't.
like, how are you supposed to get out?
If you're in Indy, you listening to this and you've been to the race, so you know it's my first time. We didn't know that like a 10-block radius surrounding each way of Indy 500 is blocked off for traffic flow. And so Paige was trying to pick us up, and I was like, minutes in the back, like I don't know what street, like 10th Street, whatever street it was. And she's like, it's blocked off. I was like, what are you talking about? I'm seeing cars go through. She was like, they're only going one way. I can't get there. I was like, so park somewhere. I have your location. We'll walk to you. I'm like literally poor Matt's mom, because we probably walked a good, I want to say 2 miles.
I would say 2 miles.
2 miles plus to get there. It was probably like, I want to say an hour and a half. Like just getting out of there was a hellhole. And it was like, thank God the day started off, wasn't hot, but like towards the end of like the race, it got scorching.
And no clouds.
Yeah, it was no clouds. I was like, oh my God, this is hell. This is literally what hell is like, and I am living in hell. I wanted to kill a puppy, personally. Yep. But then you picked us up. Then I was just like,
I picked them up on foot first.
Yeah, I don't know why you let yeah, you're weird.
Because first off, it was nice because I was able to help you guys carry.
Yeah, but you met us like you're acting like you said like you met us halfway. You met us like literally like 5 minutes away.
3/4 of the way.
Not 3/4.
Are you serious?
It wasn't. It was more like 1/8.
It was on the road that the racetrack was on that I met you at.
No, it wasn't. We already walked like 1.5 miles by then.
I could see the racetrack.
Yeah, the racetrack's huge. You can see it.
No, it was on the same road. I had dropped you off on that same road, just actually farther down.
I don't want to do this to you because
I feel like you walked 2.5 miles and I only walked 2.
I don't know. I
You all were struggling.
Yeah.
You barely made it out of there.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you don't tell me twice.
And then I got there and I carried some tent thing. No, a double chair.
Yeah, a double chair for Matt's mom.
That thing was heavy.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, but the Indy 500 by itself is a good experience to have this year. First time going to it, it was fun. Leaving, not so fun. You know, stick around for the channel. We have something that we're going to be trying to plan here soon involving the Indy 500. So, you know, subscribe to the channel to find out what that little thing is. But oh yeah, second thing I wanted to mention about your favorite memories. And this is the second time you've done this because my mom and we went around the table at dinner on Christmas Eve talking about our favorite memories, and you did not mention the engagement whatsoever. like what's going on?
I'm sorry.
What's going on? Is that not a good memory? I try to make a whole entire day around you and your likes.
I'm not gonna lie, it was one of my favorite days because I could walk sideways into the wind. And like,
oh, yeah,
I was able to like,
very, very windy.
It was so much fun though. It was at Navy Pier, so it's harder for me to think about because like when you think like, or at least for me, I think like geographically, like, oh, what's your favorite memory? I think of things around me, and then like technically that one was out of state, so it's like, oh yeah. But for me, I loved it, but I really thought. So in the actual like event, I thought I was going to show you Navy Pier. So
yeah,
like,
you did.
I feel like it should have been your favorite memory.
What the fuck? It's both. Hold on. I mean, if it's both of our favorite memories.
Time out. If you ask me when were you the most surprised this year, I would say that day for sure because I had no idea that was going to happen.
But it's not, you don't look back on it with happiness. You look back on it like, oh, I was surprised. And that was it. Just surprised. Not happy.
You
just
made
surprised.
me seem like a terrible person.
Well, you made me seem like a terrible person. We're talking about the myth. I believe that what you're thinking or whatever.
I feel like also we've been together almost 6 years now. I'm like, yeah, that should have happened.
Okay, listen
like,
here.
It's more like one of those things where you're like, finally, now we can move on.
Oh my gosh. Just a nice little quick, cool, that happened. All right, on to the next. Jesus Christ. I mean, I get it. I think
it's like the way that I think though too, because like I'm like, oh, did I accomplish something, or did I like, I don't know. That was like a huge accomplishment, and like when I do look back on that day,
yeah, she worked very hard for that ring. Yes,
I feel like I did. I feel like I've put in a lot of time and effort, and then yeah. But I think like overall, it's never like the first thing I think of because I don't like rubbing it in people's faces, or I feel bad if
Rubbing it, what? Rubbing what?
I feel like if I'm like, oh yeah, I cannot be that person that's like, I got engaged. Look at my ring. I got engaged. Oh, did you know I got engaged? And then I don't want to be that person that's like, you know, I got engaged. Oh, 5 minutes later, I got engaged.
You're throwing shade at
My
somebody?
fiance. No, but I could be.
Oh.
I just feel like
Spill the tea.
I feel like sometimes there's always that girl and like and then I'm the one that people confide in and they're like, oh, this girl won't shut up about her engagement. And I actually have a fear of being annoying about it and I don't want to be. But now I am definitely, how many times did I say, look at my ring and you know.
Honestly, you didn't do it enough. I mean, I spent a lot of money on that ring. I need you to do it more.
I have shown people. I love showing people
I feel like
my
when
ring.
I was there with you,
But
people
when they
had to bring it
asked
up,
me.
not you. Yeah, exactly. People
When they
brought it
ask
up.
me, oh, when you bring it up, I am more than glad to share.
Yeah, but you're not just like, check out,
Yeah, I'm not going to be the girl that itches her forehead just to like be like, look at my ring.
I know you
I don't want to
be
like, and I could be. And I don't know why I'm not that girl, but.
Because it's you. You're just not that person.
I'm not that person. I always wished I was normal, but I'm just not.
I didn't say normal.
Most people are though. They're like, oh my gosh, my engagement, but look at my ring.
I think there's a balance. There's a balance of people who do the, oh my God, look at it. And then the people who do like, look at my ring. And then there's people like you who are just like, didn't you get engaged? Like, oh yeah, look at it.
And then I tell them the whole story and we talk about it.
Yeah, I will say that the first month of being engaged, I hated it.
Because you have to tell people.
Tell the story over and over again to like 17 different people. I'm just like, dude. And that's why people should post their story online. It's like, I'm like, yeah, what's your story? I'm like, it's on Facebook. Go read it there. I'm done telling people. Dang. Is that a dick move? Is that a being a dick?
Yes,
dickish?
Because I would be the person that would never. I would ask you because I would feel close to you. Like if we were just friends, I would be like, you need to tell me the story because we're close friends. And then if you're just like, go read about it, I'd be like, what a dick. Why am I friends with him?
I do that a lot.
I mean, I'm someone who also doesn't like going and finding things on social media. Like. Thank God for the algorithm, honestly. Yeah, I'm like, oh look, someone had a kid, and
for
it's
a person
like
who
that's
works
from 2 weeks ago.
So a person who works in digital marketing, yeah, you're not very social media. It's not your presence isn't there a lot.
Yeah, I feel like people are judging me, or
on social media. Well, yeah,
I mean, I didn't even post about it. You did. And then people were messaging me about it, and now I had to reply to them. Like, why would you do that to me? Why would you do that to me?
I didn't even post. So, like, the clever thing, so I don't know if I've told how I engaged or proposed on the podcast.
You
but
haven't?
It's a recap, so we're going over it again.
Hey.
Took her to the Navy Pier. She was trying to get me to the Navy Pier since Pride in 2019.
Yeah, it was like 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah, she went to this restaurant, this bar, and she was like, "Oh my God, we loved it."
It was rooftop. It was so pretty. You could oversee into the water, which Jeff loves water.
Yeah, so she's been trying to get me there. So our friend Sarah was getting married, and she lives in like that suburb of Chicago. So we're like, "Hey, let's just go to Navy Pier then, and then and let's just hang out the whole day and just have a fun day there, and we can just drive home, later that day." And this is also fun fact. This is after 3 failed attempts of proposing.
Yep.
No,
hold on.
2. No, only 2. Only 2.
Only 2. Okay.
It was when Ryan, and shout out to Ryan. He got married this year. He did a great wedding this year as well.
See, that's what I'm saying. Our friends were amazing.
But I was trying to reenact the scene from Boy Meets World, which is a very influential show to me.
So Clara spilled the beans about this last night, and then she goes. Then he finally realized that the fountain's not there anymore.
Yeah, I looked it up, and the fountain's not there. So, yeah. So, before let's reverse it back to whenever, I think March. I was like, you know what? This is going to be perfect. It's a Disney-influenced ring. Like, I bought off a Disney Enchanted, their line. So, I'm like, I'm going to go to Epcot and reenact that scene with Corey and Topanga when they broke up, and they come back together, and, like, the fountain sprigs up in the front of the Epcot ball and all that stuff, and it's going to be epic. And I'm gonna, because they time it. It used to be go off every 30 minutes or something like that. So I was gonna say, hey, let's take a break here. I was gonna wait. I was gonna make you wait for 30 minutes until the fountain went off. But they took it out in like 2004.
Oh, you're behind.
yeah. Like it's been there gone for a while. So I was like, so that was the Bosch attempt number 1. Number 2 was I think Memorial Day weekend. I was like, hey, let's go to Eagle Creek. Let's rent a boat. And let's go hang out in the water all day. Do a picnic on the boat.
That's why you wanted to do that.
Let's do a picnic on the boat, and then we can dock at one of our favorite restaurants, Rick's, and have lunch there after with our little charcuterie board stuff. We can have an actual meal, and that never happened.
By the way, all of these failed because they were way too expensive. That's what I said. I think that was my excuse. I didn't want to go to Universal because I was like Disney. Yeah. I was like, oh, it's too expensive. And then which it was. The boat was gonna be $600, and then you were wanting charcuterie board and all that other stuff, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's too expensive.
But you probably don't remember. I was, even though you're saying it's too expensive for the Disney thing, I was like, no, let's go, because I had it already in my plan. And then once I found out the fountain was gone, you were like, do we still have to go? I was like, well, it is expensive. We don't have to go. I didn't care anymore.
I didn't even notice. I
didn't even care about going to Disney World because I was like, I'm not going to propose this now because it's not there. I want it to be perfect.
I didn't ruin it. The fountain did.
Yeah. No. Whoever took that fountain out and crushed my dreams of reenacting Corey and Topanga, them. Because that was the way I wanted to plan it in my head. And then the whole boat thing, I was just like, ugh. It's not even a real boat. It's just like a little pontoon boat. So I'm like, yeah.
Well, and then you almost canceled Navy Pier.
Yes, I almost did cancel Navy Pier too. Because, no, I didn't. I was going to do it this time. Because you know why? I already asked your parents at that point.
Oh, yeah.
I already asked your mom and dad the day before.
Which, that cracks me up. That, my dad is doesn't even realize that this is a question. So my mom has to be like, honey, he's asking you a question. And then he's like, do you want to see my plants? And wants to walk around the house.
That is 100% true.
And that's my family.
No, in his defense, they were already outside gardening. And I was just like, oh, what do you guys do? I was trying to make small talk. So I I was like, oh, what's that? And he, when a person, when you were talking about a person's hobby, they get into it. Your dad's hobby is gardening and, housework and stuff outside in the lawn. So
he's part of the gardeners club.
That makes sense. So that he got really into it. So he was probably just like, oh, I guess Jeff must care about gardens.
Well, you better, because I do.
But yeah, no, I asked your parents. I was like, I knew it was going to happen that way. If not, I was going to come home and I was going to hate it, but if it was unceremonial or whatever, because that's to me, it's just ugh. But no, we went to the Navy Pier. It was a cloudy, shitty looking day.
It was my favorite day, though. Oh I love these days because it's not too bright. You don't need sunglasses.
Yeah, it was such a bad day. That's why I almost canceled it because I was just like, this isn't picturesque.
But I had so much fun.
Well, yeah, we got there and it was so windy too. Oh my God, it was so windy.
That was my favorite part.
It was fun. Going to the actual edge of the pier when it was so windy and us not being able to hear each other because the wind was blowing in our ears and not being able to sit up straight. We had to lean because the wind was so strong. That was fun. The actual bar that we went to, you were right. The food was great and the drinks were really good.
And I love that I made the comment. I was like, this would have been the perfect time to propose. And
you did say that.
Literally, I'm like, why did I do that?
You were like, yeah, used to be a great time to propose. I was like, this chick don't even know. You don't even know. And then I kind of just after that, we went and walked around, got down one knee by the flowers. And I was like.
Well, he asked me, he was like.
You want to marry me?
You were like, do you want to take some photos?
Oh, yeah, I did. I guess I got
and I was like, yeah. So I was like, right by these flowers looks good. And then, of course, my ring is a flower. And I was like, oh, how perfect.
Yeah. I just went over there because I don't like doing things in public. It was a very intimate thing. And I was like, we're in public right now. This is why I wanted to do it. Well, I guess my first was going to be in public, too. But I feel like no one goes to Epcot.
I felt weird when you were like, here, take my phone. And I felt like I should be, taking photos or videoing or something. And then you pulled out the ring, and I was like, what?
Every person has told me that I messed up by not pressing record, handing you the phone, and then recording the whole situation. The audio, and even if you don't have it framed up right, people have said, why didn't you just hand her the video while it was recording? I was like, because I didn't think about this because I was just like this thing. I thought you could see it because I had it in my jean pocket, which is like a big square thing in my pocket. I thought you could see that the whole entire time. It was just burning a hole in my jeans.
I'm not paying attention.
Yeah, thank God. Yeah, we're the same, but we're also different. But yeah, no, that was
That was a good
that's a highlight.
experience.
That's top one of
3.
3. What the? What's the number 1 and 2
Oh, no, it's the top 3. Like, I don't know. It would probably
of
be
your life?
my-
Yeah, it better be.
I would say also my book coming out and my
Okay.
master's, but it could be
Your
number
master's
1.
not finished.
And then getting in, I was nervous about.
Getting into a master's program?
I don't know. They were asking me like to send my transcript, and I was like, "Ooh, I don't check my grades. I still don't know exactly what I got
No,
from my
no,
first
no, never.
semester."
If you never check, you never fail.
Oh, I always do my best. You know me.
Yeah.
Standard B over here.
Hey, nothing's wrong. You're talking to a C right now, so what's up? Like you're good in my book. Every time you're like, oh my God, I got a B-. I'm like, dude, count your blessings, dude.
But I feel like engagement would be number 1, and then book, and then getting into masters, and then like our friends and like family kind of stuff. Like,
They're always there every year.
yeah, well,
God
they're
willing.
still in the top 10.
I mean, yeah, okay, yeah. I would say, going to Savannah.
Oh my gosh, that was this year.
Yeah, that was this year too. I mean, it's kind of not because
Wow.
it's like the very beginning of the year, but like that was this year.
That was like the most fun trip I feel like that we've taken. Well, since Arkansas, I guess a year
Arizona,
ago.
but it's fine. Oh, wait, you count Arkansas for a family reunion?
I liked Arkansas.
Oh my.
I really enjoy Arkansas, and I've been before, and I just enjoy the city and town. I do. Shout out to Arkansas. I don't know if we have any listeners from there, but
I don't know, but we
the
should
town
get a
is
base there.
amazing. Let us know if you want to come meet us live.
No, we're not doing a live show. You got
Why
too
not?
much work right now. We need to get.
If we get 1,000 followers, subscribers,
Yeah.
if we get 1,000, we're doing a live show somewhere.
Okay, deal. You don't have to do that. Tell them.
Shake
Tell the people. Hey, subscribe if you want to see a live show of this podcast. You don't
Hey,
want a live
we
show.
could have like a VIP thing going and like.
Okay, this is
don't know.
off screen. We're trying to recap this year, not next couple
You're right.
years.
You're right. That is something that I think I struggle with too. Is like looking back. I'm always trying to look forward.
Oh, that's a good mindset to have in like
Not
a
always.
lot of stuff.
You want to be able to do both. You need both skills. Yeah. So this is good for me. Yeah. So Savannah was the ghost hunting.
Which
I
is a
never
vlog that you can find on our channel.
I never thought I would ever stay in a haunted hotel.
Yeah, how was that experience? Can you tell the people? Because you haven't been on. Talk about it.
Honestly,
Because you're the one that experienced all this shit, and I didn't see anything.
I still feel scared about it. I feel like I touched the underworld of some sort.
Underworld.
My soul is friends with these spirit things, I guess.
Your soul is friends with the spirits.
You asked me about my experience.
Okay, I'm sorry.
All
You're right.
right.
I will never discredit your experience. So I'm sorry.
So
I'm
I
an
feel
ally.
like a piece of me now can like see and experience spirits.
What has happened since that you come to this conclusion?
Well, when things freak me out, I start talking to nothing. Hey, I'm just here. I'm home
Wait.
alone now. We're just gonna watch this movie. You want to watch this movie with me?
Wait, what do you mean? Like something happens and you start talking about it to yourself?
Like if you're at basketball and
Yeah.
I hear a noise like in the other room, and of course the lights are off and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm just like, hey, you wanna watch a different
So you're trying
movie?
to befriend it? You're trying to sound nice to it?
Okay, well, what else am I supposed to do? You got another tactic?
It's probably just our apartment and things are just falling down because we have too much in a small space.
Okay, well, I don't know what it is. I just start getting a little weirded out.
I can tell you
and
right now, if you hear a loud crash coming from this room, it's going to be the day that these things fall.
That'll be terrifying.
And it's going to probably take down a lot of stuff with you. But no, like, what'd you actually, like, because you said that you saw a page turn in your book that you didn't touch.
Yeah, so I was reading before bed because I think you were watching sports, and I was like,
I was watching the Cowboys. Playoffs
again.
game.
I say again. Those games happen every year. Just watch next year's. Anyway.
I will. The year after that. and the year
Anyway,
after that.
I'm reading the book, and I love when you're at the middle of the book and you don't have to actually, like, I don't know, like, be holding the pages and everything. So, like, I'm just, like, sitting there reading it, and I've had no issues the entire time.
Mhm.
And an entire page flips. You know how, like, if you don't flip it, it kind of, like, moves slow and then kind of, like, waves in the air a little bit. And, like, that's when you know, like, you didn't turn the page. No, this was a physical turning of the page. And I was like, holy mother of shit, something is reading, and they're reading faster than me. One, I hate when people read faster than me because I know I'm a slow reader. And, like, I have to reread lines because I'm like, oh, I forgot to listen. Okay. And so, like, I'm a slow reader. And when this ghost turns my page, I just felt violated, and I freaked out. And then, of course, I wake up during witching hour, and I'm not gonna be awake by myself. So I woke you up because I'm like, I don't know if it's. And then we got up, and the recorders were off and stuff, and I was like, see, I told you.
Well, they probably ran out of battery. It's just we started at like 10, and it was at 3:00 in the morning.
Listen, Linda. Those things were fine. Until that ghost ate the energy so that it could talk to my soul and turn my page.
I'm pretty sure the battery just ran out of most of those cameras.
And so then I was freaked out so much because there was like the old tub and shower that like I couldn't even close the door or the curtain because I didn't want to be suffocated like those scary movies.
Yeah, and then when you woke me up, me trying to go back to sleep, thought I heard like the handle jingle.
Oh,
and then I was just like, that's nothing probably. And I went back to bed.
My nose is tingling just talking about this. I don't like it.
But that was a fun experience, though. Like
it was.
After that, going like you saw my old Savannah home. We walked around downtown Savannah, like in the historic district with my family.
It was cool.
The house we stayed at was awesome.
It was.
It was a great time.
Beautiful. I wish the pool looked better.
Wish it was warmer so we could use the pool more.
Maybe. When did we go again?
January.
Oh, yeah. We
for my mom's birthday. And then this year, or next year, we're going back to New York.
Yep. I'm excited.
Vlog coming soon.
I'm super excited for New York because I feel like, well, maybe we're going to be able to go around to more places than just Broadway Street. Or
Don't get your hopes up because it's usually a jam-packed schedule of Broadway shows. But I'm going to try to go out in like Central Park.
I just want to see Central Park. I just want to see Central Park. If there's any other places to see in New York, please comment below because.
Are you serious? There's so many sites to see in Central Park.
Oh, so
like Central Park, Statue of Liberty, Wall Street, or 30 Rockefeller.
All right, are we gonna jam pack our schedule with that stuff?
Maybe.
That's a no. Everyone understand how he lies.
Whoa. Whoa. What the hell? What about your new title with the channel?
Yeah, so recently you asked me to be channel manager.
And she said yes. So that's 2 yeses in 1 year.
Yeah,
I'm on a roll.
You feeling special?
Yeah, I feel good.
I have always wanted to, I think, work with my significant other. I feel like it would always like be ideal, like kind of like family business, but like not necessarily family business, but it would be like us being able to help each other accomplish our dreams in a way.
In a way. And I also see it just as a way as like, you know, having a hobby. Like right now it's a hobby that we're trying to hope to turn into some kind of, you know, secondary income of whatnot. Like and subscribe, everybody listening. But I remember you like when we first got together, you're like, oh, all those couples who like work together and like do stuff together. And like you have your coworkers who is getting engaged. They're getting married here like in the next couple days. And she met her significant other doing like a whole side, like the rock garage stuff. So I was like, oh, you know what? And plus I learned this year, another key thing that I learned this year is to not put everything on myself when it comes to like the YouTube channel. I have, you know, good help is hard to find. So when you have people wanting to help you, like you and Nick, you know, lean into that. And I'm learning letting you guys take on more roles, like doing the thumbnails and things like that. And I just thought that I was like, you know what, this is like a thing that, first of all, you're already good at because you do it for your job now, basically. And I was just like, this is a way for me and Paige to like, I feel like get to know each other a little bit more, even more than we do already. Yeah,
and still work on like communication and like have something that we're both working towards.
Yeah, I'm passionate about.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not gonna put my passion on you, but like I've seen you like help me out, get ideas and stuff.
Seeing you
we have team meetings and Paige gets a little fiery during them.
Okay.
She has good ideas.
I just also like structure and planning and things like that. So you know, it's always like, oh, am I doing enough though? Like,
Yeah.
you know, I'm just getting started. I'm just kind of like getting my toes wet. But I would like to see where this channel goes. I think like for me, I can see it in 20 years, you know, with a bunch of different
20 years. Oh my,
I mean,
that's a long time.
I
Oh
can
my God.
envision it like lots of different ways.
I'll be 50. Think I'm gonna be 50 still doing YouTube.
I hope. I think it would just be fun.
It is fun. I do have fun making these videos. These stupid little videos, this stupid little podcast. That's why I named it Unapologetically Stupid, because I was just like, this isn't going to be a serious thing.
I literally love the name so much. And when you said that your podcast was going to be called Unapologetically Stupid, I like lost my shit. I was like, bro, I want to do a podcast. Like, that's literally so genius. And I want it. I remember.
It's a fail-safe built into the title.
Exactly. And I was like, bro, put me on your podcast. And you were like, no, we bicker too much. I remember that. It was like right when you first started, when you were still at your mom's house.
Which I still think we do. If we get into like actual discussion, like if we had topics, because we both like to be antagonists. That's why, I mean, we have another podcast that we might be dropping sometime next year with us, yours truly. Should we say the title of what it might be called? Yes. Working title. So it's going to be called Fireside Spats, a playoff of FDR's Fireside Chats.
I did not know that. I liked Fireside Spats. I was like, oh yeah, but then I'm like, oh, but you want me to argue? That means I don't. Well, I don't.
No, I don't want you to argue. I don't want you to argue.
No, I'm just gonna do the opposite of what you want me.
No, I just know we are. I just know you. Like anytime we talk about anything, we both have this way of communicating where it's like we're saying the same thing, but we're also not at the same time, and that makes both of us frustrated. So that makes us both say things louder, which comes off as we're arguing. But so I know we're going to argue. And sometimes when we do argue, we argue a lot because I like to just be like, cite your sources. That doesn't sound true. I don't believe you.
And you know me, I have a terrible memory, and I can't ever cite my sources.
Yeah, so I know it's gonna turn into an
I think it'll be
fun.
I think it'll be fun, especially with the fire and the s'mores and
yeah. It's gonna be a fun setup. But hopefully we gotta find a house first.
Yeah. So what's your worst memory? I think my worst experience this year has been looking for a house.
Yeah, it's been
a headache.
It's a headache. Sure. But what are you looking forward to next year?
Well, I would say Fireside Spats, but also
just like what are your resolutions? Like, what would be your resolutions on? Again, I love how she said, something about the YouTube channel. We have a wedding next year. We're getting married next year. Not looking forward to the wedding. What's going on?
Okay. He gets so mad.
See, Fireside Spats coming soon.
But I would say I'm looking forward to our wedding for sure. May 4th. I think that's going to be really cool. I think we have a lot of cool ideas for it. Mm-hmm. I think that slightly some of the details do stress me out. So it's kind of like, as much as it's like happy, it's also like, I'm doing this for everyone else.
Yeah. Especially the guest list. The guest list has been the most stressful part.
Yeah.
To me, I don't know if you can say the same thing.
It's been one of the most stressful things.
What's the other one?
Finding the limo or ride or
it's like logistics.
It's the logistics for me, because like overall the big stuff we have done, and I'd love to say that I don't have to look at planning this wedding any longer and I just get to enjoy it, but I don't.
The limo or the transportation.
Oh, and like now it's like, oh, we need a seating chart. Oh, now we're gonna need this. And I was like thinking, no, I don't want these things.
First of all, when we first started this thing, I said, you know what, I will plan. I know Paige said she didn't want to plan anything. I said, you know what, I will do some stuff. I will plan it all. I've been wanting wanted this for like a long time. I love weddings. I work in the wedding industry. And then as soon as I did something the way she didn't like it, she was like, "Okay, fine, no, this is." And then actually, no, I wouldn't even think that. You didn't even give me a chance to do anything before I even did anything. Literally the next weekend, before I could even start to even hold my breath.
What do you mean? Why didn't you
Molly,
start?
were on a rant. Molly is her sister. We're on a rampage of picking out Pinterest color schemes. I'm like, dude, I said I was going to plan it, but now, like, clearly you're planning it.
You know what? You plan it. I'm going to pick out the things.
That's part of that's what planning a wedding is. Picking themes and colors and dresses. I didn't want to pick your dress. I didn't.
Yeah, I picked my dress.
Yeah, like you should.
Okay, well then I'm confused. What you're not planning here?
No, I was.
Get on those logistics, Jeff.
I told you I would plan all of it, and you said all I want to do is just like
I want to do
lay
the
back
fun
and
stuff.
chill. Yeah, exactly.
I want to do the fun stuff.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
now.
So colors.
But now you're doing both, like, because I feel like you're just doing everything now.
Well, I remember when I asked you to put together the list.
I did put together a list. You didn't like my list. And my list got deleted.
Okay. I don't want to go there either. This is why anytime I don't bring up the wedding, this is why. This is why.
Five-size Pat's coming next year.
I don't have anything to say about it.
All right. But nothing else like any more of your master class or anything like that?
I'm super excited because I loved my first master class. I think like it just helped me grow personally and like helped me kind of identify myself a little bit more. You can only take so many personality tests before you're like, all right, I get it. But I think like for me also like I'm looking forward to I'm going to push myself to put out a children's book.
Ooh, that's fun.
I'm working on another collaborative book with a couple other people.
Okay.
Yeah. So another poetry bonus book, and then kind of like another more of like a chapter book. So it'll be my first chapter book, and kind of want to see how that goes. It might not be complete next year, but it's definitely one of those far reach goals that it's like in the works. I think that's what I enjoy the most is writing and kind of putting together books. So
Gotcha.
yeah, and I'm super hyped. Super hyped. You asked what I got for Christmas. I got a puzzle table. I'm going to bump out a bunch of puzzles during my breaks in between classes. I love puzzles. I'm so hyped.
Okay.
I'm such a nerd.
That's fun. Well, I'm looking forward to two things. Actually, I'll say three. Three things. One's going to happen very, very early.
Oh, what is it?
New Year's Day, Michigan versus Alabama. Alabama's going down. Michigan is going there. Go Blue. National championship in the same year I get married. It's going to be perfect. That's what I'm looking forward to. Our wedding, of course, and then just the growth of the channel, seeing what I can. We got some videos planned. We got some stuff planned, campaigns we want to roll out this year. Growth. I like last year was like the year of the grind. I didn't start off so hot. In the first couple of times of the year, that's what we had. I kept saying them started last year or this year. Year of the grind, and the grind kind of slowed down when the good weather hit, and I was like, this is nice. Like this space get in. I think next year's like the word is going to be the year of the growth, just growing.
I like that word growth. I think it connects to me buying 15 new plants and.
I remember you telling me this. Yeah. 15
I'm super hyped, but I think
Jesus.
growth is definitely something that like we're gonna be growing together.
Us growing together, the channel growing together.
Everything's just gonna be growing.
Everybody growing up, growing bigger, growing muscles. Get ripped.
Yep.
That beach body. What it do?
Yeah, what it do, boo.
But yeah, no, I think that's it for this episode. Like I said earlier, make sure to like us on all social medias, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and now TikTok at Squirrely TV. And on TikTok, it's _Squirrely TV. But if you type in Squirrely TV, we should pop up. Go like the YouTube channel and subscribe. Got any other words you want to add? Anything else you're looking forward to New Year? Anything you want to add?
I'm just super excited about this growth. It's already started with your TikTok. I'm pretty excited.
Oh, our TikTok? I mean, yeah.
Can we do some TikTok dances?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I've always tried to get him to dance with me.
Wait, I will dance with you at our wedding.
Yeah, at our wedding. I wanted you to dance more with me.
Okay. Well, Fireside Spats.
Growth.
Coming next year.
Growth.
Well, and that's the case. I am Jeff.
And I am Paige.
Nick, we miss you. We'll see you in the new year, buddy. And this has been another episode of Unapologetically Stupid.
Stupid.
You're supposed to say, yeah, it was.
Oh, yeah, it was.
There we go. All right.